Hey, welcome to Chris JRS. My name is Chris, and in this video, I'm going to be doing a quick review on the microphone that I've been using for the past few months when creating these videos. So when starting a YouTube channel, the main thing you're going to be needing first, obviously, is some sort of recording device. That could either be a webcam, a DSLR, or a phone camera. So in my case, I decided to use my old smartphone camera, which was my Samsung Galaxy S9 Plus. The camera on it was really good. It has 4K capability. I don't use 4K just because you don't really need to watch me sit here in 4K. So I'm using 1080p. Maybe later on I might switch over to 4K, but for now 1080p is good enough for me. But whatever recording device you decide to use, the second thing you're going to be looking at is your audio quality. Now, most built-in microphones in any of those options are not the greatest, so you may want to upgrade it to something a little bit better. Now, this channel is all about being budget friendly, so I did the same thing. I chose the most budget friendly option that I found at the time. So I wanted to get some kind of microphone, but I wasn't sure what I wanted to get. So there's a few options you can be choosing from. You can get a lav mic where you would clip onto your shirt or somewhere and you have pretty close access to the microphone. You can get a shotgun microphone, which is a little bit bigger, and you can have it right in front of you. You can get a boom mic, which is going to be overhead. You can use a shotgun as well if you have it mounted overhead, or a mini shotgun. I decided to go for the mini shotgun because it's a little bit more portable. So a mini shotgun is just a microphone that's just pointed directly at you. Again, you can have it overhead, but it's however you want to set it up, whichever is easiest for you. Now, microphones do vary in prices, so you can get some from about under $20 to over $500. If you're starting off a new YouTube channel, I would suggest going for something about under $30, under $50 if you're feeling fancy. I went for something a little bit more cheaper and went for the CM14 from the company Neewer. I do have the box here. And when I got it, it actually came with an F-mount stand. So all this is just your microphone mounted on top, and you can put your phone in there as well, and there's a small little level there as well, so you can kind of see. It's not a gimbal, but it helps you stabilize your videos while you're shooting them. In this box here, it came with a few things. It came with the microphone, a pop filter or a foam cover, one of these, a dead cat or a windscreen, and two cables. This one right here is for a DSLR, and the other cable is for a smartphone. And it is labeled there saying smartphone, and what side is for the microphone, because they are not actually interchangeable, because one side is for the microphone, is for the smartphone. And it came with a few books as well, a few little booklets here on how to use it and stuff. One of the first things it does say inside of here, it says do not drop it. The first thing I did as soon as I opened the box, I actually did drop it. I don't know if that affected the sound in any way, but it may have, but it seems to be working fine for me so far. So it is a cardioid microphone, which means that it picks up sound directly in front of it and around to the sides. Behind it isn't the greatest for picking up sound, so if you're vlogging or if you're interviewing someone and you have it, you're behind the camera and the person's gonna be in front, you behind it may not be the best, so it's probably better to have it side by side, or just if you can both be in front. The only downside I do say to it, not really a big deal, but these cords aren't the longest. So right now I have it at 36 inches away from my face. You'd want your microphone to be as close to your mouth as possible to get the best sound. Even better if you can have it overhead somehow. I want to get a longer cord for it, but I haven't gone through that whole setup yet. So for right now, it's just right directly in front of me at about just under 3 feet away from me. I want to try to get closer, but like I said, these cords are not the best they're not the longest cords. So at the time that I did purchase this, it was about just under $25 Canadian. So the price does vary frequently. So you can check it out. I'll leave a link below where you can pick up something like this. Now there are microphones similar to this style at the mini shotguns that have that may be a little bit more expensive, but to me they're all the same. It just enhances your audio quality a little bit more. So I wouldn't really look into getting anything more expensive right now. I will just keep using this. All right, so I'm gonna do a few tests just to show you the differences with the microphones. So I'm gonna do an indoor test and I'm gonna do something a little bit crazy. I'm gonna go outside and I'm actually gonna do a few more tests as well. For now, let's do the indoor test. All right, so right now this is the microphone with the foam cover on attached to the camera. So I'm gonna go take the microphone out and just have the in-camera microphone. All right, so I unplugged the microphone from the camera. This is just the internal microphone, and this is how it sounds if it was just using that. And I'm not sure what the quality is of it yet. I'll have to go back over it and see, but as of right now, that's what you're getting. The next one I'm gonna do is without the foam cover on the microphone to see if that makes a difference. I'll even use the windscreen just to see, but this is generally for using for outside. All right, so right now I'm using the microphone without the foam cover on. So this is the foam cover. It's off right now. I've never used like this before. I think if you have this way set up closer, you might hear a little bit more popping when you're saying your P's or whatever. So it's more recommended to use this on. It doesn't really take up much room or anything, so it's like whatever. It's like a regular microphone. And now I'm just gonna try it with the windscreen on while indoors. Again, I've never used this before because I don't really film outside, but just for purpose of this video, I'm just gonna see how it sounds with having a dead cat on inside. All right, so right now I've got the dead cat or the windscreen on the microphone. I am inside still, so I'm not sure how it's gonna sound. I've never used this before because I don't really go outside with my camera, but this is something that maybe I'll see if I like that. Maybe I might use this more often inside. I don't know. All right, so I'm gonna go outside and test these out and see how they sound while using them outside. And I got my sunglasses here because it's hot right now. All right, so I'm outside right now. I just have the pop filter on and it's a little bit windy, but it's not that bad. So this is what it sounds like with it. And yeah, there's not a lot of people around, so you can probably hear a little bit of cars maybe. Not sure how that's gonna sound. So I'm gonna try it without the pop filter on. So, all right, so right now I have the pop filter off the microphone, so I have it right here, and this is what it sounds like. Again, it's a little bit, not that windy, but this is what it would sound like if you were to use it outside. So this is the regular S9 camera microphone being used right now. It's a little bit of wind still, as you can probably see the trees in the back, but it's not that bad. So there's no microphone, nothing else, and yeah, that's how it would sound without any external microphone. And right now I have the windscreen or the dead cat on. There's a little bit of wind right now. It's not that much, but yeah, so this is how it would sound with that. So as you can probably see, that having a microphone does enhance the quality a little bit. The internal microphone was okay, but both inside and outside, it did seem a little bit off. Inside, it was a little bit echoey because of the room that we're in, and outside, it just seemed like it was missing something. It wasn't very clear. When you added the microphone on it, you heard a lot more. It just seemed had a little bit more to it than without it. With the foam and the dead cats, I would probably just continue using the foam cover. If I am going out and I think I'm going to be filming outside, I will bring this along with me because it did make a little bit of a difference, but it wasn't that windy when I went outside. So at the time that I was using the dead cat at least. So I don't know if I'll really be using this. And plus I don't really film outside much, but if you are going to be vlogging a lot outside, then maybe having this would help. So there are a lot of microphone options out there. If you are starting up a new channel or you just want to enhance your audio, I would suggest the CM14 by Neewer. They are a pretty good brand that has a lot of pretty decent audio and video products. So I would suggest this one. There are similar mini shotguns that are a little bit more expensive, but I think you start off cheap and then work your way up if anything. So I've said in the past, if I had to upgrade any of my equipment, the first thing I probably would upgrade is my microphone. For now, it's still working fine for me, so I don't see any reason to upgrade it, but that probably would be the first thing. But if you're starting off a new channel, I always suggest go as budget as possible, just because you'll never know where your channel is going to be in a few months. Maybe you only do 2 videos and you'll stop, or maybe you may continue. So if you do continue and you start liking it, then at that point, then start upgrading. But to start off, I would say get something a little bit cheaper. Alright, I was ending there. You know what you can do. Everything should be down below. Let me know what microphone you're using, or let me know what microphone I should upgrade in the future. For now, I'm still keeping this one though. And I'll just end things there. Until the next video, I'll talk to y'all later. Have fun.